What's up, guys? I go by C Wade on this channel. For those of you who don't know me or are wondering, like, why is this video showing up on my feed? You probably subscribed to me many years ago when I made security and hacking related videos. The reason I'm throwing this video out of nowhere is like twofold. First, I do want to get back into content creation, but I don't really know where to start. I work 60 hours a week and have a family to spend time with and take care of. Plus, YouTube's been on a warpath against me, in my opinion. They keep flagging videos I've made over a decade ago that have hundreds of thousands of views that are purely educational. They claim I'm violating their harmful and dangerous content policy for making hacking/security related videos in an educational fashion. And they pick and choose which videos they flag at random. So I have this Hack This Site series, for example. Half the videos I've taken off because they forced me to. The other ones on the same subject, they leave up. And just randomly, they'll take another one down and give me another strike. So I've had 2 strikes on my account here and there frequently, and 3 strikes are out. I don't want to lose this channel, not because of the subs or the numbers or whatever. I don't really care about that stuff. I care about the memories, the opportunities, and just connecting with people. And it was through this channel that I was able to build things and connect with people who are doing great things today, which is also part of the subject and why I'm making this video. There's this really cool hacker that I know of who is coming out with a video about me, and that's because they got a question about how they got into security and hacking, and I was the reason, according to them. And we go back a long time. We're very good friends now. We're like brothers, and we've known each other for coming up on 2 decades. And I wanted to come out with this video before he drops his video about me, so I can kind of surprise him and acknowledge just how great he is, how much appreciated he is by me and others, and kind of give him the plug, promote him so that you guys can check him out. He's dropping regular new content, high quality, and he's just getting started, so you guys don't want to miss it. He's not going to let you down. So he goes by the name of Sam Bent. I think I have his permission to say that.
What's up, everyone? My name's Sam Bent.
He went public with his identity with his channel Doing Fed Time, which you can find here on YouTube, and he creates content there as an activist on prison reform and a federal prison consultant. He also owns or is affiliated with other channels responsible for publishing content from hacking and security conferences. Recently, he published a book about how he hacked his way out of prison, metaphorically speaking, and how others can file a motion for compassionate release, like an all-in-one guide. He presented a talk at DEFCON this last year at Defcon30, and it pissed the government off.
I tried to figure out what that database would be, how it would look, and how I would be able to access it. And the only solution that I could come up with was this.
And it created a situation where they actually wanted all copies of the video on the internet to be removed. You'd think that in 2022 they'd realize that's not possible, but that's what they wanted.
So recently I had to take down my Defcon30 video, and it was actually at the request of the Assistant United States Attorney.
And yeah, it's an interesting story, but prior to all of this, he's just been very active in the hacking and security scene for over a decade, ranging from contributing papers to packet storm security and collaborating on educational material with famous groups and clubs. He's also been an active contributor, moderator, and administrator all the way from ExploitNation and Project HaxMe, which were and are InfoSec communities I've ran since 2006. So that's a little bit about Sam, and you can check out a lot of his work. It's high quality, and he's just getting started. You don't want to miss it. And then a little bit on how we met, and yeah, it's interesting. So I started my YouTube career around 15 years ago or longer, 2006, 2007, coming up on 15 years, I guess. And I was making Hack This Site tutorials and security tutorials and promoting my InfoSec community at the time called Exploit Forums, which preceded ExploitNation. When I released those videos, my channel kind of blew up, and I was getting a ton of feedback and questions from people, and I was the kind of person at the time who wanted to reply to everyone, make sure everyone's questions got answered to the best of my ability, and just kind of be helpful, stay in touch. And you know, I wanted people to come join my community, so I just wanted to be interactive. And I got to talking to people through private messages. That was a thing on YouTube, believe it or not. And there was this guy who just had a ton of questions and seemed like a cool person, and I wanted to surround myself around curious and intelligent people. So we continued our dialogue beyond just the 1 or 2 replies that I normally give most people. And then at the time, I had wrote and maintained a program called Hackers Toolkit.
When I flip it, baby, whatever you want me to do, you know I can do it, and there ain't never gonna be nothing to it, so screw it, let's do it. I pop the flip, the tongue fluid, rather make it ears, rather make it leak music, make it further than the body.
Which was like the Windows version of Metasploit, released like 4 years after Metasploit came out. I actually added a new chat feature to Hackers Toolkit just so I could communicate with this guy, with Sam. Fun fact for those who didn't know. So we chatted on Hackers Toolkit after YouTube for a while, and I invited him to join our community at Exploit Forums so that we could all learn together. And then a few days later, I saw this dude when I get back on. He made like 400 posts on our bulletin board and was contributing a ton of content and asking questions. I basically made him a mod on the spot, which kind of rubbed some people the wrong way, but I just had a really good feeling about it. Then trusted him, and it turned out for the better, obviously. Exploit Forums over time transitioned into ExploitNation, so we started off as a bulletin board, and we grew into a larger community offering more services and community engagement through those additional services than just a bulletin board. So that's where we transitioned to ExploitNation, and it was during that transition phase when Sam was made an administrator, and he was a critical part of helping keep our community active and moving us forward with some really good ideas, actually. And then in 2009, we started something called Project HaxMe, which was our direct competitor to hack the site, just a way to like do security challenges in a way where people wouldn't be judged and can come as who they are and learn and have a good time. And so we had a lot of basic challenges, web challenges, cryptography challenges, what we called insane challenges, which resulted to just reverse engineering some programs, and then like the output would be this AES-256 ciphertext that people didn't know what to do with. I was the only one who knew it was AES-256 ciphertext at the time, and nobody could ever solve that challenge. And I told Sam about it, and he called me an evil bastard, and he's right, because nobody is ever going to solve that challenge. And then like 5 years later, I actually told people, and they were like, how could you do this to us? We trusted you. I spent hours on that challenge. I laughed, but yeah, Sam was just always there, and he was a vital contributor to the community. People know to him as a different handle. So if there were EXN, HaxMe people watching this video, and they're like, who's Sam? I won't say his handle. That's up for him to decide if he wants to release or connect that handle to his name. But he was instrumental, and there's a lot of stories I could tell. There were some people and groups from the older scene, I want to say, that were also contributors and at times adversaries to our communities, and Sam engaged with them and worked with them and actually released some publications on PacketStorm, and you know, we had our ups and downs, and it was really, really good. There's a lot of stories. Maybe we can do some follow-up videos, or even have a talk with Sam and I, if anyone's interested. There's a ton of stories and memories that are fun, but I won't belabor all of them. I just wanted to kind of shout out Sam Bent and his channel, Doing Fed Time, his blog, Doing Fed Time, and I'll link down how you can get the book. I'll link the DEFCON talk that the government wants removed. or wanted removed, and I'll link to some other channels that he's either the owner of or affiliated with, and I won't say if he's the owner or affiliated with, I'll just link them so you guys can check them out. It ranges from everything from prison reform to darknet market to hacking and security conferences to just a whole bunch of other content. He's a savage. I don't know how he works as hard as he works and still has the time to create all the content that he creates. So I implore you to go check him out, subscribe to his channels, and engage with him. He's the type of content creator who's kind of like me back in the day. Unfortunately, I don't really reply to anyone anymore or check my social media. Sam watches his social media like a hawk and engages with everyone. So if you have a question about security or any topic in general that you think Sam might have an opinion on or know about, leave a comment. He'll get back to you. He might even make a video about it. I bet he'll make a video about it. So there's high value in being a subscriber of one of his channels. So if you aren't already, go check him out and consider subscribing. Doing Bedtime is his main one, but there are other channels as well for sure. And then if you've been listening to me, this guy who drops videos every 3 years or whatever, for this long, I appreciate it. I'd be grateful if you can help me out with something, please. Can you go to Doing Bedtime and find a video titled CWade12C or something similar and comment on there like, yo, C-Wade made a video about you, or C-Wade came out with a video about you or responded to your video. That would be great. I'm not telling him about this video, and I think it would be very cool if the community can let him know, like, hey, he's appreciated and C-Wade appreciates him. I tell him that all the time, but it would just be super cool if you guys could help with the surprise and let him know, like, yo, there's a video that C-Wade made. Go check it out. That'd be cool, and maybe Sam and I can do some collab videos in the future. I think there's a lot of potential there. And then as for my channel, if you're coming from his, I want to make more videos. I just don't know how. I'm a little concerned with YouTube constantly giving me strikes and keeping me on this 2-strike thing, keeping me looking over my shoulders and questioning, like, can I make this video? Can I make this security hacking related video in an educational manner? Am I allowed to do that, or am I going to lose everything? Am I going to lose the channel that I've had for 15 years? It's always just a question. I'm a little nervous now to put out new videos. I'm not nervous about this one. If I get taken off for this video, I don't care at all. It's worth it. And maybe that's the mindset I need to have going forward. But if you have ideas, I'd love to do security, privacy related videos, hacking videos in an educational format. Red team, blue team, OWASP, web vulns, reverse engineering, secure coding practices, vulnerable Docker containers, all that type of stuff, software engineering with data structures, algorithms, all that stuff. I think we could have a lot of fun together. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about, is learning, engaging, teaching each other, and having a good time. So if you have ideas about any series or topics you want to see, we can explore that. And if you have knowledge about how I can not violate YouTube's policies as someone who wants to make security hacking videos, that'd be cool. I would appreciate that. And I thank you for watching this video and hope you have a great day. See ya!